Hi, dear friends. This is Wasima Isra. Hope you are doing great and that you are having an excellent day, an excellent time at this time of the year with families, pets, or by yourself with trees, animals, and the sun and the moon. So, today I'm coming to share with you some of the books that you can use for journaling. Journaling is so important for me because it not only helps me to nurture myself and self-care activity as a self-care activity, but also it helps me to receive information that I can use for my books or for my teachings at the Temple of Roses. It's an amazing gift that we have to write. And when I think about many people many centuries ago that couldn't write, couldn't read, how I wonder how their lives have been, because the gift of letters, and to be honest, I prefer writing than talking, which is quite crazy because I'm here on YouTube. But writing, it comes from the heart, while talking comes from the throat. And when you write, you have direct connection with the deep, deep, deep intention you want to transmit. And also, you have an honest conversation with yourself and with the reader if you want to share that. So, these books, I hope, will just give you an idea of what you can do and what you can explore in the big area of journaling. And as I share my books, I'm really sorry about my fingers because I was juicing. I just like having curcumin with beetroots and celery juice. It was like so delicious. Oh my. And so I hope you wouldn't mind that. All right, the first book that I want to share with you is The Great Book of Journaling. So, this book will introduce you to many types of journaling, and you can then maybe find or tuned into the best way of doing it. So, let me share with you. For example, here you have creative journal, the elemental journal, plan in your journal, the audio journal. Anyway, you can see we have like 40 way or 40 chapter about journaling, and you can explore so many. So I had already gone through many of these chapters, but I still want to explore it in 2024 because we always learn something. And when you read about people who are passionate about the same thing, you always get that sentence that activates within you a question or a prompt that you want to go through for the day. So I really suggest this book, and it's so easy to read, and it's filled with exercises. And you see, like, try this, do this. It's really great. And also, by the end of every chapter, you know more about the author if you want to explore their work in a deeper way. The next book, it's called Soul Writing, Conversing with Your Highest Self by Joan DiMaggio. So I went again through this book really quickly because I felt that I know already what I have in this book. And it talks a lot about how to channel in a way as a journaling practice, but it's not like channeling writing where or automatic writing. We are not talking about that. We are talking about really connecting and going through spiritual work, and not only as personal and psychological work. And this might be very interesting for those who want to go through past lives or to connect with their souls, to understand why they are here, what they want to do in their lives. And the style of writing is quite really easy to, and even very very easy. Like even I'm feeling like talking a mundane text. It doesn't feel academic and very difficult to read. So it's very interesting book. And also the lady Joan DiMaggio, if I say her name well, has some interviews on YouTube that you can listen to and know more about her work. Now, another book that is really small, but I really love it. I love this book, The Ritual of Writing by Andrew Anderson. Andrew Anderson writes like very, very profound books, even if they are small. And I have one of his books about Arcio, the goddess. And I I don't know, something in the writing of this writer, it speaks to my heart and speaks to the mystic in me. And also he's very organized, so there is no need to go through like lots of text and text to get to the point. I love this kind of like concise, this is how we do, this is how it goes, and you have the task. So I really love this one, and I go through it once, maybe sometime, like once some months, to get some ideas or to, just reconnect. So yeah, I really love this one. Now, another book that I love, and you can see when I love a book, like I don't hesitate to write down and just like I don't mind, because it feels like it's mine at this point. Writing as a Path of Awakening by Albert Flynn de Silver, and a year to becoming an excellent writer and living an awakening life. So what I love about this book is that it has some themes per month. So it's as if it follows you through the year, and you learn so many things about, how to journal, and you learn from the writer because he gives examples on how to do it. He is the example to follow, in a way. So this book, it's kind of, how to say it. It would be really great if you want the book to follow you through the year, like for example monthly, but also to dive into a space where you are by yourself. In that sense, some of the books, and I feel it like energetically, some of the books, they are noise, lot of noise, lot of like, even the writer is shouting so that we can understand and hear. But this book seems quiet. Like every time I connect to it, I feel quiet. I feel space around me, and I'm by myself, and that's it. This is what I have to do. This is why my intention goes through. So it's kind of like mindful writing. I can say this, mindful writing. Another book that I really love. This is a second copy I got because I, um, and that's one thing that I don't give my books anymore. I don't borrow my books. That's finish. So, Writing Down Your Soul: How to Activate and Listen to the Extraordinary Voice Within by Janet Conner. I mean, if you don't know this writer, I'm really, really suggest you get to know her writings. She is great. She is really great in this field. And yeah, so what can I say about this book? We have these kind of exercises and things like that, but she shares her experience. She's very personal. She has a very personal a voice, and she brings that aspect of, why write? Why do we write? I don't know, practical, spiritual, aligned, higher perspective about who we are and where do we want to go with our writing. It feels like very Write Down Your Soul. It's amazing. I feel like I want to reread this book again. Like it's just like every time I open it, it's inviting me again. Just read me again. And also one of the things that you get is that as humans we forget all the time. So it's very nice to keep these type of books to go back to and to always find inspiration. Sometimes we don't need lots of books. We just need few that are really good because they speak the language of our soul. Another book that I really love, Writing as a Way of Healing. Now this book was something for me because it talks about a lot of things, diseases or suffering, emotional. It's an emotional writing. It helps us to say say loud what we have been keeping silent for a long time, going through wounds with ourselves, about ourselves, about the pain, about our relationships, and it's a healing book. It's a tough book. It's a difficult book, to be honest. I couldn't read it all in once because it was difficult. it was really, really hard, hard and harsh, to go through it. And so if you if you feel ready for this type of writing, it's an amazing book. Another book called Change the Story of Your Health. So this one, I started it, but I didn't finish it yet. And so basically, what attracted me to it was the, using shamanic and Jungian techniques for healing. But when I started reading it, I found it like maybe just like turning still around the questions instead of starting the journey right away. So I felt like it was taking too much time, and I wanted to go directly on the journaling practice. But I'm keeping it. I'm gonna go through it again. Sometimes, things open when it is the right time. So this one is on my reading pile. Sorry for the noise. All right, no more noise now. All right, so one of the next books also that I want to read, so this one I'm gonna keep it just aside for reading purposes. It's by Stephen Harold Berner. This author is one of the best authors, best herbalists I can talk about. I have practically all of his books, and I'm trying to find those I don't have, because he basically I knew him through his book about Lyme disease, and also he wrote many books about herbs for antiviral herbs, kind of biotic herbs, and he wrote about communication with spirits of plants. Anyway, this author, he passed away I think this year, and I have so much respect for him, so much respect. And I discovered that he got this book on Soul in Language, The Art of Nonfiction and the Writer's Life. It's a big book, so I'm keeping it really for maybe like a monthly reading or something like that. But I'm definitely gonna go through it at some point. And he has a very interesting language when he writes, and I encourage you to just buy his books because he's amazing. He has so much knowledge. He's poetic. He understands really the language of plants, and he's a great soul. And of course, I couldn't just not talk about him for writing. Now, I'm going to share with you some of the books that are related to tarot, but you can use for journaling. And one of them, I don't know if it's still available, it's called Tarot for the Healing Heart, Using Inner Wisdom to Heal Body and Mind by Christine Jett. This book, I heard so much good things about it, and I went through some of the things here, but I couldn't really journal much, from it. But I guess I will come back to it at some point, also. But it's a nice book. It's a nice book for on this aspect. Another book that you wouldn't miss, which is Tarot for Yourself, a workbook for personal transformation, and also you can use it for journaling, and you can learn a lot also about tarot. So Mary Cagrier has, I think, a website and a blog. She writes articles too if you want to learn from her. And she has courses. She's an amazing resource related to tarot decks. And and also she has courses about Jungian, about Jung and tarot, which are quite interesting. All right. The next book is Tarot for Transformation by Andy Matzner. Now, I'm sure you saw me talking about his books, and also the Journaling the Tarot, a little book. Let me just show you. A little book of big questions. Also, if you want to journal using tarot, and it gives like a really good idea about what is tarot. Basically, if you ask questions. What can I say about this? I mean, just see how big it is and how much exploration you can have by major cards, because it's just majors. So let's explore, just so I can, let's see where it is. Where we go. So yeah, so here are the cards that you can explore, and you can go chapter by chapter. For me, I said it already. I go by cards that are really important. For example, now I'm having the strength cards to explore for 2024. You can explore this journal by your date of birth, by your the date of birth of your closed ones. So it's kind of learn one by one instead of just going through it once, because I feel it's like a heavy bit. It's a great book. All right. Now I'm going to share with you some of the books that we published that are into journaling, if you want to support our work and if you are interested by this type of books. So the most recent one is this one. It's called Soul Wisdom for Better Relationships, How Know More About Sexuality, Eros and Love, Discover the Blockages and the Toxic Relationship Cycle to Live in Harmony with Your Loved One. So this book has lots and lots of prompts and also ideas about, what is relationships, what is a relationship that you want, how do you want to go through the communication with the others, what are your needs, what are your characteristics, what are the things that you could never say to the other, and so on. And it's you cannot really journal inside this book, but you can use it for a lot of prompts related to love relationships or friendship relations and so on. So this is our last publication, and I'm so happy to have it, because I'm thinking about going through the chapters with a group. So please stay in touch to have more info when we start it. Another book, let me just share here. Okay, so we have this one and the other one also, which are related to prompts you can use with tarot or without tarot. And these are 365 days challenge. So you have 365 days of prompts and that you can explore. This is for busy souls and this is for mystics. And you have a lot of prompts, a lot of questions, and also unexpected questions. So let me share with you some of the themes here. We have the talking about discipline, what is time, grounding, the motivation. And then we have the second section, which is advanced self-care for mystics. And we have then creativity for mystics. And then we have the Book of Shadows, and we have the Book of Light. And then we have let's have some fun for mystics. So even if you don't have tarot decks, one of the publishers, so these two books have been published in Russian and French already, and now they are available in English. And one of the publishers asked me if I could put them both together and just put them for journaling, and that's what I did for them. So I wonder if I can maybe do it also in English, just publish these two books together for journaling only, because they are for journaling. And just using the word tarot does not mean that you can't use them like that just for writing. All right, so let's see this one. So the chapters are here. So we fight the stereotypes. We talk about tarot. We talk about addiction to movies, how to develop our talents, building our temple, generosity, understanding our emotions, connecting with the realm of cats, trees, Ma'at, Princess Diana, with Payadini, the artist of two amazing tarot decks, Confucius in Japan, and much more. And the other book that is similar to this one is Challenge with Tarot and Oracle Around the World. And this is by my friend Steph Wilder, and she wrote this book also in like traveling through the world using the national days. So you have like challenges per month. Let's say for January, which is pretty soon, we go and we have the Word Peace Day, we have World Bail Day, World War Orphans Day, which is amazing because we are in it at the moment, and public domain day, and you have all these national days and their questions. Another book, the cover has changed, so sorry about the old cover, but it's Psychic Self-Defense Kit, which has 40 protection techniques to free ourselves from negative energies. And this book is mainly for those who want to develop their psychic abilities and also to develop a practice, because we start here with 40 technique, and you have space to journal for every technique, how you are doing it with it. Are you developing your tools, and prompts and questions. And also at the end, we have 16 more technique for therapists. And you see that this one is very, very specific regarding our hygiene, our energy hygiene. And it's very, very good to do it once a while, not just like doing it once and forget about it, because we need to protect ourselves and our energies. Another book that goes into the same kind of category, which is Thriving in the New Vibration. This is the workbook and journal for the book by the same authors and the same title. And this one goes again through the same techniques that we share on the big book, because the big book is like this. And this one is kind of summarizing some of the techniques and showing you how to do dosing, to protect yourself, to protect your energy. And it's really, really practical journal to use for journaling. And one last, maybe two last journals that you can use is the Dream Journal. I'm a dreamer, and I come from a family of dreamers, and they are important for us. We take them for messages, for premonitions, for emotional expressions, and so on. And I created this journal to help those who don't know how to analyze them by going through the process step by step, and help them on interpreting these dreams. And also to have, this is for 3 months, and also to have like a very consistent practice. You can see that if you don't have time, you can, of course, don't write your dreams all the time. But I really suggest to go through your dreams day by day, because you learn so much. You learn your own symbols. You learn about the archetypes that come through your dreams, the colors, and you learn so much about your own language of night and the own language of dreams. And maybe I'll just finish with this one. This one, I don't know if it's still in print, but it's just a journal for tarot practice. If you want to have one book that summarize and gather all your writings. All right, so I just finished for this video. I don't know how many books I shared, but at least I hope you will find one that will encourage you to go through this experience. If you want to join us on our experience with journaling, you will find a link below to a group where we meet only to journal or to write or to draw, depending your gifts and what you want to develop. We're going to start in January, and you are welcome. You are welcome, whatever language you speak. We are going to really open the space at the Temple of Roses so that you develop your activity of writing, journaling, and also having like this energy vessel in which we embark all together twice per week. So yeah, if you want to join on this experience, I will leave the link below. I wish you an amazing end of the year, and I wish to see you soon in the next year. Many blessings. Much love. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting our work, our channel. Please like the video, share it. Maybe those who like journaling will enjoy it too. And much love. Bye-bye.